Hey everybody, Ranch here, bringing you all another StarCraft commentary. Been a while, yes it's been a while, but now we continue the last Saga MSL 2009, and now we have Group C, a very exciting group, so let's get right down to it. It's a group involving JangBi and Iris, which is the first game, and then Fantasy and Tempest, which is the second one, so a TVP group, and I'm really looking forward to what we're going to have here. For those of you wondering what I didn't commentate on the other two groups, it had far too many terrans, and I was not going to put myself through that insanity, and I was busy, so all in all, yeah. But here we have JangBi playing against Iris. JangBi's best matchup by far is PvT, which Iris is a Terran, for those of you who don't know. JangBi's a protoss player. His TVP is approaching 70%, so it's insanely powerful. I'm really just looking forward to seeing how he plays in that regard. Iris is one of those players, actually, that was really, really good back in the day, like over a year ago. He's not bad now, per se. He's one of those players that slipped a bit, but seems to be stepping up his game lately, for sure. He's been playing very decently in the Winners League and the Pro League, the second part of it, very decently. And JangBi smiling there, looking pretty confident. Here's Iris. But yeah, Iris is one of those players from that time, and his stats show, because a lot of those players that were pretty good at that time have all their stats about 50%. And all of his overall stats are just over 50%. His best matchup is against Terran, which is about 56. And versus Protoss, pretty good still, 55%. And versus Zerg is 53. So all of his stats are, you know, he wins more than he loses. And that's about it. That's all you can say about him. But he's a very experienced player, known as the Berserker Terran. So he was known, especially back in the day, for very, very aggressive play. We're going to see how he manages against JangBi here, who's much known for insanely strong PvT. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, very exciting PvT coming our way here, and this is going to be on Byzantium II, which is actually a very equal map between these two races. It's pretty much 50%, about 50%. I think one of the races has one win more or so, but it's a very even map. And we are going to have Iris in blue as the Terran at the 10 o'clock, and JangBi at the 2 o'clock. No, it's 1 o'clock. 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock. JangBi in the brown as the Protoss. So Byzantium II, very, you know, it's a 4-player map, so I'm assuming we're going to see just safe macro type play from both players. Yeah, 1 o'clock and 11 o'clock. Haha. So I'm assuming pretty decent standard play. Well, why wouldn't it be decent? These are friggin' pro gamers, for crying out loud. Yeah, just standard. JangBi's gonna go just set down his pylon. Iris should be going for his first supply depot right about now. There we go. And all in all, just really looking forward to see how it all happens. How it all keeps going. I especially look forward to seeing who people think is gonna win, since, you know, it's not really. Definitely think people are gonna favor JangBi, and I definitely gotta favor JangBi in this matchup, since he is a PvT beast. He's like Stork. His teammate Stork, who's also a PvT beast, was lauded, especially is still lauded for his immense PvT. Did I say TVP before? I meant PvT. Right. So JangBi is just insane in that matchup and very powerful. Almost approaching the 70% mark in win rate. That's insane. Going for early gas, that's interesting. Well, actually not that interesting, but gateway into early gas, and a barracks coming up from Iris, so he's just going to go. You're going to see standard play for both people, and ooh, everybody favoring JangBi by 82% in the polls, so that's not really that surprising. But yeah, gas so far from JangBi, now setting down his cybernetics core. No player has scouted this far, so at this point, so yeah, now JangBi just setting out that probe scout and gonna see what he can get going. Iris also setting down his gas, so we're gonna see very early gas, heavy tech builds very early on. We're gonna see how long they stay on gas. I think yeah, JangBi has 3 probes on gas, so he's gonna go gas heavy and just continue that throughout the entire game, I think, than trying to get down his expansion. Iris, I look forward to see whether he goes for a barracks into CC and then starts getting the rest of his forces. I've seen this being done. Is not really doing a block, but he's setting that barracks and supply depot up in a position that makes his bases a little bit more defendable, and he's actually going for a factory. So no, he's not. We're going to be seeing barracks into a command center. He's going to play pretty safe because especially he hasn't scouted, so he doesn't know whether there's something funky coming his way. I'm also going to see whether he's going to try to prevent the scout with a marine or two. One marine also so far. So yeah, JangBi scouting clockwise. Going to scout completely wrong. Well, Iris is going to get a quick look into JangBi. Although JangBi has sent already a zealot right at Iris's base, and Iris is going to need some micromanagement to prevent that zealot going right in the wrong direction, and the right direction. I'm sorry. And the Dragoon. Oh man, the Dragoon could catch the SCV. The SCV might actually not get through. But no, I think it just might. I don't know. 2 Marines there in position to protect against that Zealot. I don't know if Iris got his own SCV going. That Zealot's gonna see macro right now. Is gonna see some Marine macro. 3 Marines though. So no, that Zealot's definitely not gonna come through, especially with that very good building placement. And SCV finally got taken out, but did go see the scout. I think he might have seen the Cybernetics core spinning as well. Probe now moving around. Finally got to try to go in and get the scout. Although there are plenty of Marines there. It's a very actually good position there by Iris. He going for 2-fact build. Has his machine shop going before he goes for any vultures. Tanks probably just trying to get just a decent enough force of Marines and a tank. But ooh, a Dragoon and a Zealot now here, and just 4 Marines to defend against this. Most Marines go down. Another Marine going. Is the oh man, just 3 Marines still alive, 2 Marines still alive, and Zealot is still alive, also using that SCV to try to damage. The Zealot finally goes down, but the Dragoon is still alive. Although the Dragoon might be pushed back, but oh man, now JangBi knows he has to be also pushing in with a probe as well as another Dragoon, and he's just gonna go aggressive here. He's just gonna continue pumping Dragoons and try to get him into position to attack here. Of course, these buildings are pretty much the only thing that's helping him. He doesn't want to really try to go around these buildings because it could be pretty difficult if he does. He's just gonna take potshot up that supply depot, and those SCVs are gonna move in, and I don't know whether it's gonna repair or not. Tank now finally out, so I think those Dragoons are in fact gonna move back. But no, that supply depot might actually go down. The SCVs are not repairing it at all. They really should work. Finally, I want to see now starts working on repairing that. Dragoon's still in a pretty good position. More Marines being built, and an expansion meanwhile going down for JangBi. So JangBi using this to try to get in the quickest match. And barracks being lifted up, so we're gonna see if Irish is going to try to force himself up that ramp. And 2 vultures now as well, so that should help with that. SCVs, tank, and vultures are moving. Ooh, SCVs and Marines blocking the forces. Now the tank and the Dragoon's going to engage. Tank gets a couple of shots on himself. Mines being planted. So that's pretty good. Oh, he researched early mines, and that's definitely going to push those Dragoons back. There's nothing to detect these mines. Those Dragoons are going to be careful. 4 Dragoons now moving in. And that tank definitely has to be repaired very quickly. Nothing but a tank and a vulture and some mines to defend there for Iris. So Iris is trying to use the lull in the action here to his advantage. Gonna try to push out as soon as he can, but meanwhile JangBi using the perfect opportunity to expand, so he's just gonna keep those Dragoons camped outside of Iris's base. Gonna try to do anything they can. Vultures meanwhile moving by, trying to surround the Dragoons by planting mines. 1 mine goes off a pretty good position, but no, gets taken out. SCV's also moving out and trying to do tank being caught by quite a few shots. Just 1. Oh, the tank goes down. Most of the vultures are also gone down, but there's still plenty of mines around. But that 1 tank is a heavy loss for Iris. Ooh, 2 mines go off on 1 Dragoon there. 1 Dragoon with 5 kills, the other Dragoon with 7 kills. That's very effective early harassment by JangBi. JangBi went completely relaxed. No troubles there for all. Pawns at the expansion of JangBi to position himself, and a robotics facility as well as a second gateway now coming up for JangBi. So he's gonna produce from 2 gateways just in case there's gonna be early aggression, and a starport coming up for Iris. That's gonna be interesting. We're gonna see if he tries a backside drop. Gonna try to do some kind of damage. Robotic support coming down as well, and he's actually using that as one of the buildings to block his expansion. That's a very smart play. Both players doing that kind of play, although JangBi using it for his expansion while Iris used it for his main. Nothing but vultures out in the field for Iris. We're going to see if he tries to